Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of season 3 here in the Cambridge United RTG. Today, we try and pick up where we left off in the last episode with regards to our league form. We were very, very good yesterday. Just that frustrating defeat to Accrington Stanley in the sim. With them being in the relegation zone and playing at home for us. Obviously, we lost it. Logic. But we're going to try and bounce back today with Plymouth in the Cup, which will sim. Crew are the side of the 4 league opponents today that are the lowest in the table, so we'll sim that one as well, and then we'll play Cheltenham, Mansfield and MK Dons as we look to try and continue our A, good form, and B, promotion push. Plymouth obviously a bit of a bogey team for us at the moment. We can't seem to beat them in played games, but we can get a win in a sim, so we will be through to the next round of the Papa John's Trophy, I believe, with that victory, because we did beat, or did we draw with Doncaster? I don't know if we beat them or drew with them yesterday. We did beat them in the Cup in that sim as well. So that's definitely us through to the next round of that competition. Josh Key is growing up to 73 now. Thankfully peaked for the time being because, of course, if we... Well, we are going to get ourselves promoted this season. We obviously didn't get promoted last season and have had a couple of our better players poached. Much to our dismay. Ollie Burke is actually away on international duty for this particular weekend, which is frustrating. So Sherdlet will get the opportunity out on the left, and we should be good enough to continue on. In fact, I'll leave it as is. Jones can play even though he's slightly tired. Maybe Borthwick Jackson will get the nod in the next league game. So let's see if we can get 3 points on the board in the league to go with our win in the Cup, and the answer is yes. Lancaster again on the score sheet with Chapman too, and with 3 points to the good in League 1. What does that do for our position? We were 4th, we stay 4th. Now, Borthwick Jackson has completed his growth as well. Everybody training and learning well. Good. We need the growth because we've had to sign some slightly lower rated players in positions where we had slightly higher rated players that got taken away from me. Up next then, Cheltenham at home to start with the first played game of the day. 2 clean sheets so far today. We had 4 clean sheets in a row yesterday. We are starting to find our defensive feet, meaning we don't necessarily have to slam the ball into the back of the net multiple times to ensure that we get the win. But, fingers crossed, we won't need to slam the ball into the back of the net multiple times today, because if we can continue to keep the clean sheets, they're a bit worried that the club's not meeting their demands. Calm down, Joey. Things will be fine. I'll try and raise morale with a pre-match press conference if I can. Drop the video a like if you're enjoying this season. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any further content. Of course, videos coming to you every single day. And, well, we're 4 points off top. Hopefully, we might be slightly closer by the end of the episode. Joey's still the league's top goal scorer. Cheltenham then with a 5 at the back with Owen Evans in goal. Matty Blair, Sean Long, Lewis Freestone, William Boyle and Ben Williams at left wing back for them continually. Sanusi, Thomas and Chapman in the midfield with Caden Jackson and George Lloyd up top. They were the side that arguably denied us promotion in Season 1. Well, not even arguably. They did deny us promotion in Season 1. If we'd have beaten them on the final day, we would have got an automatic promotion. They beat me by 5-0, and we missed out on the playoffs. And, well, we then had to go again and then got into the playoffs, but still didn't get promoted. So Cheltenham are the sole reason we are not a championship side right now. Hopefully, we can get the better of them on this occasion. They are 3rd in the table, though, so they're having a good season themselves. So a win here, and we'll definitely move up at least 1 place in the table so far in today's episode, even if we haven't been able to get ourselves up any higher than 4th thus far. But fingers crossed, the win will come. And hopefully, it will come in style as well. Elijah Stone is now 70 rated. Everybody's growing really nicely, and actually, it's only... I'm going to try it from distance with Chapman, and wish that I didn't. It's only the centre-back Lloyd Jones that isn't now over 70 rated in our team. So we are certainly now one of the best teams in this division, if not the best overall 11 in the division with regards to average rating. There are a number of sides like Rotherham that have a number of players that are over 70, but not a full 11 that's over 70. We have a full 10 of our starting 11 over 70 rated now, so surely, this is the season for automatic promotion. This is the season to get ourselves into the championship for next year. Cooper's grown to 71, and I'm glad he has. Big save from him there to keep Cheltenham out. Corner to come in from Chapman on this near side, and hopefully we'll get rid of their first attack on goal, which we have done well. Joey will win that, ever faithful in his physicality to pull that off. Up we go, please. It's not the best of clearances from their goalkeeper. Joey's going to need support, and it is arriving here from Ollie Burke. Dart inside. It wasn't meant for Chapman, it was meant for Joey, but never mind. It's still found a Cambridge man. Elijah Stone's going to have to take his time, find the right pass. Play slightly behind Chapman. And the shot's blocked and falls kindly for the goalkeeper. We're knocking on the door now. Cheltenham had a decent little spell of possession, but oh, it's just wave after wave of amber attack. I'll look for Joey through the top. Can he bring it down? He can. Can he get the shot off? No. Cheltenham living on their wits' end at the minute at the back. It's not going to be long before they go 1-0 down at this rate. They can't seem to get the ball anywhere remotely close to away from their box. Quick 1-2. Shot away! Yes, Georgie Chapman! Cambridge 1, Cheltenham 0, and that has been coming. Lovely finish too. We'll take that. Here's Jackson. Runners, nice block by Brian, but it will fall free here. Their Chapman's going to try and get the goal at the other end. It's Cambridge and my Chapman 1, Cheltenham and their Chapman 0 as we approach half-time, but Chappers is going to whip the ball in from the edge of the box there. Oh, sorry, to the edge of the box there. And it's going to go behind for another corner, and they will still have the chance to equalise before half-time, Cheltenham Town. Oh, not if they cross like that. I tell you what, it's a hell of a clearance. We'll be 1-0 up at the break. Here's Lancaster now. Support is arriving. Elijah Stone is there, and Chapman. Joey's made the run. Joey's slotted in. Take it quickly. Try and catch everybody off guard. Which he did. But you got to get it on target if it's going to go into the back of the net, and it didn't on that occasion. We do have the game against Mansfield coming up midweek that I'm going to have to bear in mind with regards any rotation of the squad or earlier substitutes. They've obviously made one there themselves, trying to get themselves back in front, or level even, sorry. We're going to try and get ourselves further in front if we can. Chappers will dink that over looking for Joey, but it's cleared away well. Conde's going to be there. Honestly, I've been waxing lyrical about Conde all day. That just sat up nicely, but unfortunately for Elijah, it is going a long way wide. Ball pumped forward. Can we win that? Ollie's done well. Joey brings it down. Eventually gets it under control. Sat up rather awkwardly for him. Go back inside to Joey. And across here. The ball was good for Morley. Had there not been a defender in the way. Sanusi to Lloyd. And now here comes Cheltenham. Be a great time to score for them because there probably wouldn't be enough time left in the game for us to go and get a second. But there might not be enough time in the game for them to get a first. We'll try and deny them it. My final change is coming on now as we look to try and see this out. Powell gets it under control. Back to Freestone. Here's Charlie Colkett. Scored against us last time we played Cheltenham, I'm pretty sure. Charlie Colkett. Nice tackle and away. And as long as we're careful in possession, that should be game, set, match, Cambridge United. With hopefully no more than 1 or 2 minutes added on at the end of the game. It's just the single one. That will be 3 points to United. And Elliot List could slot through George Honeyman here to just add a final bit of flourish. And a final bit of flourish is what we get. Cambridge 2, Cheltenham 0. We did that in a game yesterday against Rotherham as well, I think, where we scored late on just to seal it. That'll be 3 points for the U's. That'll be us going up at least one spot in the table because they were third, we were fourth. So we'll leapfrog them. But if other results went our way, we might be into the top 2 automatic promotion spots now this season. Let's see where we are in the table as we head towards the game against Mansfield. Sheffield Wednesday have won by 4 goals to 1, so they're still playing very nicely. We are into one of the top 2 spots above MK Dons on goal difference. Of course, we play them at the end of the episode today. But up next for us is Mansfield Town away from home. Mansfield with a very narrow midfield and a 4-1-2-1-2. Marek Steck in goal. Kellen Gordon, Rawson, Hawkins and Ryan Burke at the back. George Maris at CDM. Clark and Ward as the 2 centre mids with Jason Law at cam. Then Tyree Sinclair and Reese Oates up top. Very narrow. We'll expect those wing-backs to push forward as well. Number of changes for me, though, as you can see. Shedler, Morley, May, Warman, List, Borthwick, Jackson all in. As we try and keep things fresh for this next game. Who knows? Depending on how Blackpool get on today, on this particular match day, we might be top by the end of this fixture. If we can get the victory. But only a victory would stand us the chance of catching Blackpool up. So we will go for broke, even though we're away from home at Field Mill. We will give it our all. Try and get that dub. Oates. Oh, a lovely through ball. And Sinclair couldn't quite take the ball in his stride, but they're still in here. Ollie Clark clearly going for the counter-attack as their option of attack, Mansfield. But you're not the only side that can go on a quick counter, boys. Oh, that would certainly have played Elliot List quite clean through. We've got Elliot List up top. But they've got Rhys Oates. And he makes it Mansfield 1, Cambridge 0. I tried to play him offside, didn't work. So I tried to bring the keeper out, didn't work either. We are behind. No second clean sheet in the league today. Just onside. And he's tucked it away nicely. Clark, Law again. This is nice from Mansfield. Playing some really good stuff. Some really good stuff. And if that was on target, I dare say it probably would have found the bottom corner as well. Mansfield dangerous. It's typical that the side that were third in the table, we were quite comfortable against. We play the side that are 21st in the table. They're playing really well, and I'm struggling against them. We can't make them pay. So ball played forward looking for their man, but we'll win it. Chapman didn't seem very interested in trying to pick that ball up at all. Morley into Elliot List, who will lift this looking for Sherdler. He'll get there first. The angle's against him, but I won't stop him. Sherdler on the score sheet. 1-1 in front of those travelling away fans. Almost got the haircut that Joey Ironside should have. Not the mullet. He looks more like Joey Ironside than Joey Ironside does in game. Good finish though. We'll take that 1-1. Oh, nice intercepted by Chapman. That's poor from Mansfield. I'm going to need the support. Warman will go to Elliot List again. Oh, Hawkins with the aggressive interception to ensure that Elliot List doesn't get in behind. They play the ball about quite quickly, Mansfield, and they're hard to follow with the way that they play their football. They haven't had as much of the ball as me, as you can see top left, but they're utilising it well. And they are dangerous when they come forward. Their passing is always very accurate. It's very rare, he says, as they misplace a pass. Very rare that they actually misplace anything. Warman can't quite get away from the man, but he also can't quite find the pass. And now I'm in trouble going the other way. Sinclair and Oates. Back to Sinclair again. Early shot. Cooper will pounce on the second ball. Thankfully, we'll keep it at 1-1 just before half-time. I was hoping to catch them on a counter there, and they nearly snuck it back off me. That was supposed to go inside to Adam May. Having a dodgy 5 minutes here. Hopefully it's not going to cost me a goal. It won't. Law into Oates at the beginning of the half. Mansfield, one of the toughest sides we've played against in recent times. Sunderland were very, very difficult to play against in the last episode. I ended up chasing a lot of shadows in that game, but I'm finding myself doing the same here against Mansfield. Never would I have thought that they would provide as stern a test as they have done so far. Good block by Josh Key. Shedler could get there first. He has done, but he'll give them a corner. Mansfield looking to get themselves back in front again. Maris will deliver. He's done well there, Shedler. We'll try and race away with it. He's got some pace as Shedler. Tell you who else has pace. Elliot bloody List. Get him in behind. Off we go. I'm forced a little bit too far wide, maybe. We'll take the corner at the other end instead. Wow, talk about end to end. Right, come on then, chappers. Find a man. First time. Oh, awkward for Steck. Awkward. Lloyd Jones with the effort. Dangerous. Chappers with the secondary delivery. That hit a hand, I'm sure of it, but no handballs in the box. Are turned on, so no pen for us. Jackson will find Warman. Try and stand this up. We'll have to settle for a throw, but the pressure is still there. Chapman's come short, which is nice of him. Quickly turn on it, try and find some space. And there's a bit of space here for Morley on the edge of the box. He'll let fly. Blocked and out for another corner. The pressure is on here for their back line. Chappers delivers again. Lloyd Jones is up. He can't head a ball on target from a corner to save his life. Gordon inside to Lapsley. This is good from Mansfield. This is ominous from Mansfield. The accuracy of this passing is really, really dangerous. That felt inevitable, really, the way that move was being put together. Couldn't get near them. The ball wasn't necessarily struck with any real pace on it either, but the accuracy is just too good. I couldn't get across. Keeper probably should have done better, to be fair, at that near post, but Mansfield lead again. Blackpool were winning at half-time as well, so rather than going or closing with top, it looks like we're going to be falling further behind and probably we'll be going out of the top two again. It's going to be one of those sort of seasons, whereas previously we've been like in and out of the playoffs. Now I think it's going to be a case of us being in and out of those automatic promotion spots, but hopefully we'll be in them at the right time come the end of the season, looking to try and find the accuracy of through ball that they've had so far today, but not able to get it to a teammate. And only 18 minutes left to try and find an equaliser. Into Lapsley. And out there to Sinclair. Around the corner to Gordon. Morley's won it, but then fallen over, so he can't get to it again. They're looking to waste time, or they're going for the jugular. They're going to go for the kill here, Mansfield. They're looking for another late goal, and they couldn't have come much closer. Very lucky with the way that it fell to them. But I need to get this forward quickly, very quickly, if we're to maybe have the chance of finding an equaliser. Warman is on the run. Elliot List is with me, but he's now drifted behind another defender. And in looking to try and find a pass, I delayed too long in playing it. It's a defeat away from home against Mansfield. Twice we've played against a team that's been 21st in the league so far this season. Twice we've come away with a defeat. A sim against Accrington and now a played game against Mansfield. Not amazing. Blackpool did drop points in the end by drawing, but we weren't able to close the gap. Would we have gone top had we won that game? What's the goal difference like? Maybe. We'd have been on at least 12 had we won, so we could have at least gone joint top, but we could go back into the top 2 again because we play second next. Second placed MK Dons then. Certainly promotion rivals. Franco Ravizzoli in goal. Only 62 rated. Tenai Watson at right wing back with Zach Jules, Harry Darling, Warren O'Hora, and Daniel Harvey at the back. Matt Smith in midfield with David Kasumu, then Teo Corbano on the right, Scott Twine on the left, who's 74 rated now, Scott Twine, and Mo Isa up top for them. It's a 5-2-3, which is very rare for you to come up against, so I don't know how this will play. They might be very dangerous going forward, but those wide midfield players are going to have to drop back quite a bit, as to be fair, they have done here, as you can see. Otherwise, those two centre mids are going to be quite isolated. I don't know whether this will be a more straightforward formation to play against, or actually one that's going to be really, really tricky to try and keep quiet and break in behind. Time will tell. It could actually play more like a 5-4-1 at times, defensively, as well as a 5-2-3 going forward. And they're clearly got some talented players in there, because the way that they're passing the ball about the minute feels very Mansfield-esque. Suddenly, the AI have decided to turn up today. Kasumu into Mo Isa to Kasumu again. Here's Smith. I really am just chasing shadows, aren't I? Can't get anywhere near the football. Kenai Watson out wide. That's over everyone. I couldn't get there with Brian. Scott Twine nips in. That's 1-0. Just couldn't get a defender to get underneath it. Well, this is a challenge then. Terrible first half for me here. Really terrible first half. Not on it at all. If they go 2-0 up, I can't really complain too much. Harvey stands the ball into the middle. Excellent stop by Cooper. That surely should have been 2. How we haven't conceded a second there. Not many people would be able to tell you, come on Jack, you're away. But look at the pace of that defender to close me down. I guarantee you he's not that fast. Nice ball into Joey. Oh, Zach Jules with a ridiculous block. How he's stopped that. Jesus wept. Come on, get to this, George. Get there, Conde. Back in. Brian. Lancaster. Big save by Ravizzoli. Trying to pepper their goal with shots when I can, because they've only got a low-rated goalkeeper. Joey could be up for this. He was, and well, but couldn't aim it on target. Second best here again. Well, nicely intercepted by Chapman. Could we have a positive start to the second half, maybe? Not if my own players getting in the way of my own passes. This 5-2-3 turning into a 5-4-1 is really, really frustrating to try and break down. Honestly, don't think I'm going to be able to get anything from this game. 0-0 would have been my best bet, because scoring against this MK Dons team is one of the most difficult things I've had to do for a long time. And have a little bit of a wobble result-wise in today's episode, it seems. A couple of back-to-back wins, albeit one of them in the cup. And then we're going to follow that up with back-to-back defeats. I can't see a way back into this game. Josh Key in there to Lancaster. It does feel that some low-paced AI players are outpacing my really quick guys as well. Don't really know what the issue is there. But players with like 80 odd pace, for me, 80 plus, are getting caught by players with like 65 or less. Really odd. Conde. Okay, it wasn't meant for Joey, but it's gone to Joey, so it's fine. Ollie Burke's around the corner. I'll drill it into the middle. And Zach Jules just so happened to get a curly toe to it. 60 minutes played, and we've only really tested the goalkeeper once, as far as I can recall. Everything else has either been off target or just not happened. I can't do anything against this MK Dons team, just as I couldn't do anything against Mansfield either. We've got a case of something of the... Well, we've got a case of the M&Ms, Mansfield and Milton Keynes. Can't do anything. Proper case of the M&Ms. Here's McEachran. Oh, I tried to get there and couldn't. Moesa. Corbano, Smith, Moesa. It is all the M's. Moesa makes it 2. I just can't compete with MK Dons. The way they pass the ball like that, by the time you've changed player, it's gone. You just can't... You can't defend it. Jules to Darling. Darling out wide here to Twine. And back to Teo Corbano. And Bird. Comfortable enough for Cooper, but it's literally going to be 3-0 or nothing in this game now. Our goal difference is decent. It was better than MK Dons', but obviously now we're going to have a 4-goal swing. So their goal difference is going to be considerably better than ours. I've not even pressed anything. I've just walked up to him. He's fallen over and they're going to get a pen. When it's against you, it's against you. I've just walked up to it. I didn't press anything. He stuck that left leg out there without me pressing any button. I'm just walking towards him with a left stick. That's infuriating, because that's not my fault. Twine. Saved. Good. Justice. Still going to lose, but at least the goal difference doesn't swing any further than it necessarily has to. I'd have been really pissed if I'd have lost by 3-0, because I don't deserve that at all. Josh Key does well. If I can quickly get this forward, maybe we can lessen the damage. Joey back too far away from it. No, it's going to be a 2-0 defeat. 2-0 defeat on the back of a 2-1 defeat. That's painful. But their system just worked against mine. I just couldn't do anything against them. Could not break that back line down. Even the midfield to get to the back line. Couldn't get past the 4 to then try and get to the 5 to stand a chance of doing anything else. FA Cup second round coming up next. Don't worry, Borthwick Jackson. You get plenty of football come the full season. I would ordinarily play that cup game. To be fair, it's a very busy month for December, isn't it? So we will play that cup game. We'll split December into 2 episodes because there's 8 games there. Bloody hell. There's 8 games there. We'll sim the one against Sutton because we should win that in the Papa John's tomorrow. So we'll play the first 3, sim that one. And then, well, I'll try and get payback on Mansfield. We'll sim Cheltenham and then play the other 2, depending on what... Actually, no, Cheltenham's still there or thereabouts in the table, aren't they? So we'll probably have to play Cheltenham again. We have just played Cheltenham today. Down to 5th. It's very tight, though, still. We're just 4 points off top again. So we're back where we started. 4 points off top. One of... a frustrating episode. One of those frustrating episodes where things just don't quite go your way. They start off well, but they don't quite go your way. And you're like, oh, we're going to go really well. Oh, we're back where we started. Never mind. We're nearly at the halfway point of the season, and we're showing a lot more promotion material than we have done in the past couple of seasons. At this stage, we're in a better position now than we were season 1 or 2, I think. So if we can kick on and not have that big wobble around about the Christmas New Year period like we have done the past couple of seasons, then certainly playoffs, but I want those top 2. I really want those top 2. Did Joey score today? I don't know if Joey Ironside scored today, did he? I don't think he did. 11. It was 11 goals in the league. Yep, still 11. So in 3 games, Joey's not pocketed for us. Joey Ironside doesn't score. We don't score. Well, we have been scoring quite well. There's a number of other players that have decent goal stats, look. 6 for Chapman, 4 for Lancaster, 3 for List, 2 for Stone and Conde and Burke and Sherdler and Honeyman. A lot of them come through Joe, though. 30 years of age now, still playing well, still growing well. Right, tomorrow then, We go again, FA Cup and League duty, and we'll try and permanently get ourselves back into those top 2 rather than just flirting with it and then falling back out again. Drop the video a like, make sure you subscribe with the notification bell ticked, and I'll see you next time.